Okay, everyone, so here I am, and here is the rest of my story. So, after I was pointed in the direction in which I needed to go, I told my mom about where I could get tickets and everything, and made the decision to buy them online. Even though my parents were pretty much against me buying them online and everything, I bought them online anyway. And so finally, after I bought the tickets and got them printed out and everything was a rush. I had to literally have everything cleaned up, and I had to be packed and be ready by 3:30 the next day, even though I was so tired and had black circles in my eyes and everything. So finally, after watching their live streams and everything, all while cleaning up, 3:30 comes. My parents are home. They're packing their stuff. I'm already ready to go. I'm like Godzilla times 10. And afterwards, we're finally, after we got McDonald's and I really didn't like the food, we finally hit the road, and it's probably like, 3 hours later. We're in Dallas. We're looking for the club. We're in a traffic jam and programming the directions to the club to my mom's phone. And we get there, come to find out that we were there a bit early. So meanwhile, we went and got something to eat. Mom got my hair and makeup done, got me, beautiful for the night. And we get there, and I was, of course, scared because I had heard horror stories about how people at Signo's previous show couldn't get into the escapade even though they bought their tickets. It wasn't a lot of people. It was just some people who couldn't get in because the club was packed, and I was kind of nervous and scared and everything. We finally get in, and I'm obviously excited. And within an hour or so, the first band comes out. I was not really fond of them. I didn't really like them. I knew they were a local band from Dallas. And what really ticked me off was the fact that they did so many impressions of so many different artists while performing, that at first it was cool, but then it was like just a complete turn off for me. And so after they're done, Solido comes up and they do their thing, and I'm excited, because Signo is close to coming on stage, and I don't know how excited my parents were, but I know I was pretty excited and everything. And I was so excited that by the time Signo came on, I'm practically screaming. I'm practically yelling, "I love you, Signo!" And I kept yelling it over and over and over again. And finally, a couple comes up to my mom and dad, and they ask for permission to take me up there after my mom came back from going to the bathroom and finding somewhere where to put our stuff. So finally, they take me up there. We're getting through like a bunch of beer buckets and club goers and everything, trying not to lose each other. And I'm yelling because I'm super excited to see Jesse and everybody from Signo. And we had to go through a few people because some of them wouldn't move out of the way, or they were waving things in our face. I don't know what they were. And so we finally get up there, and I'm screaming, and I'm, of course, after a while, somebody was able to get Jesse's attention, and I'm screaming, and I'm all excited, and he gives me his watch, and he gave like a really beautiful little speech that said, it started out with him saying, "I know you can't see me, but you can hear me, right?" And then he says, "I want to give you something. I want to give you my watch." I want to give you my watch, but I'm not giving it to you so you could know what time it is. I'm giving it to you so that you can remember the moment. And everyone was all excited, all in hysterics and everything. I was pretty much, not to brag or anything, the envy of the club goers because I was really close to Jesse, Joey, and Checo, and pretty much the band in a whole. And so, you know, I was close to them the entire night. I got to see their show, and literally at the end of their show, I'm practically screaming for Jesse, and I think I might have accidentally scratched him in the arm because I was like literally pulling him by the arm, and he went over to me. He's like, Christy, it's Jesse. Take care, okay? And he gave me a kiss on the cheek. I kissed him back. I tried to hug him, but the little barricade thing was in the way, so. And finally, I got to go take pictures with them. And, you know, I was asked, like, hey, do you want to go take a picture? And I'm like, yes. So we're walking out there. My mom saw the watch, and she could not believe her eyes. I was still clutching it in my hand. And then finally, I get up to Jesse. He puts the watch on. And I was like, man, it's not going to fit. He's like, sure it will. And he puts it on over my little hand because I have really little hands. And finally, like, I give him a hug. And he touched my hair. And so, Mom takes the pictures, and our backdrop there was the sign of the club that said OK Corral, and of course there were 2 pictures of me and Jesse that I ended up posting to Facebook, and one of them I ended up posting to Instagram while I was going through pictures on my phone. And what I wouldn't do to relive that night again, you know, I mean, it was $94 because it was me, my dad, and my mom going, but that was like the best night ever. And I'm not doing this for publicity. I'm just doing this to show that, like, Signo is awesome, and that Jesse is such a sweetheart, and that everyone in the band treats their fans not like just fans. They see them as friends and like this big giant family everywhere they go. And you know, of course, like, to show how I feel and what I like about them and how much I love them, and basically give my testimonial. So if you guys like, subscribe, and comment, leave me any questions down in the comments. I will be glad to respond. And have a nice day. Bye.